Thank you for your interest in Conceptual Academy's Course Guidebook series. I'm Stephanie Blake, one of the authors of the course guidebooks. Let's take a second to discuss the intended populations for use with this pedagogical approach. We wrote these course guidebooks for several reasons. 1. Because of budget cuts, many schools don't have the funding to purchase science materials for labs and need a cheaper way to get science into the hands of students. 2. Because of the push towards one-to-one computing, 21st century skills, and the increased use of technology in the classroom, the instructors are in desperate need of a holistic curriculum to at least guide them through science concepts. 3. There is a shortage of qualified science teachers in America. As a result, science is often being taught by instructors with certifications in other disciplines. We applaud these instructors for stepping out of their comfort zone and trying to do what is best for students, but also feel compelled to help them with their daunting task. 4. For decades, educational research has indicated that constructivist learning with foundations in student background knowledge, emphasizing application in their daily life, and allowing for curious inquiry is the most powerful approach with the strongest academic outcomes. Instructors do not have time to pull materials and resources together while also fulfilling their other student responsibilities. So we have conglomerated our professional experience into these course guidebooks to get instructors a jump start. 5. There is an incredible push towards online learning from kindergarten all the way through PhD programs. Online learning is great in that students can move at a pace appropriate to them. It can be done more cheaply because building maintenance and utility expenses are not an issue, and because it is considerably more flexible in terms of schedules. However, in science, the hands-on laboratory investigation component cannot be ignored, as the study of science is both the acquisition of a body of knowledge and also the acquisition of a process skill set. The approach to teaching science in the past has involved teacher-led lecture and cookbook labs. Early in the 2000s, there was a push for raw inquiry labs. This was problematic in that students did not have the background knowledge of content or equipment usage to be successful in designing their own experiments or in safely using expensive devices and potentially dangerous chemicals. That's why the cyclic approach has been developed in these course guidebooks. Students will develop content knowledge through their own lens and experiences, followed by a guided investigation to introduce them to concepts and procedures, and conclude with developing their own inquiry experiment based on their curiosity, which in turn promotes personal interest and student engagement. These course guidebooks were intentionally written with several populations in mind. First, online students who need to perform all labs from home. Second, seated students who are participating in a flipped classroom across the country clearly need a way to perform labs at home. In recent years, there has been a massive increase in institutions offering online courses because of the flexibility offered to students. Recent events in epidemiology, in tandem with the threat of future pandemic events, have made online learning a mandatory, viable option. Third, many institutions are investing in hybrid courses where students go to class for help with the mathematics and concepts, but then perform labs at home. Also, flipped classrooms have become an integral part of pedagogy in the past 10 years. This is where students watch lectures at home and do the homework, and then come to class for labs. However, in science, many instructors have found that students really need their in-class time for help with the mathematics and problem solving. This course guidebook allows for a reversed classroom, where students come to class for help with the math and then perform the laboratory investigations at home. Fourth, teacher education programs are also an excellent candidate for using this book. The guidebook can help focus teachers on the major concepts, teach them to use multiple resources to create their knowledge base, and provide them with activities to use in their classrooms. Embedded within these course guidebooks is research-based science pedagogy that can easily be transmitted to future educators. Fifth, many rural high schools have students who are ready for a collegiate advanced science curriculum, but do not have certified teachers. These course guidebooks can offer structure for both the independent study student as well as a facilitating teacher from another subject area. Lastly, as education dollars continue to diminish, many larger universities do not have laboratory space or budgets to support introductory science courses. Lab space priority and budget is given to upper-level students, while the introductory labs are either cut completely or translated into virtual simulations to be completed online at home. This is unfortunate because there is value in using the hands to tinker with laboratory investigations. These course guidebooks can help keep institutions from having to convert to virtual simulations. These approaches to learning science are the foundation of the next generation science standards. We are certain this approach to pedagogy will better help you and your students enjoy, explore, and quantify science with everyday materials.